antifungal and antiprotozoal drugs. Today we will study or discuss the the drugs which are used in the fungal and protozoal infections. Objectives: list the drug which are used in treatment common fungal and protozoal infections. First, we will discuss about the fungal infections. The infectious disease caused by fungus is called as mycosis. Mycosis is another term for the fungal infections. The drugs which are used in the treatment of fungal infections are categorized into two categories. The first one is the drugs used in the treatment of systemic or subcutaneous mycosis, or we can say systemic or subcutaneous fungal infections. These are amphotericin B, flucytosine, ketoconazole, fluconazole, and itraconazoles. And the second category is the drugs which are used in the treatment of superficial, or we can say topical fungal infections or superficial mycosis. The drugs are griseofulvin, nystatin, miconazole, iconazole, and clotramazoles. The green color drugs, amphotericin B and nystatin, these are from the categories of polyene antibiotic. And blue color drugs, ketoconazole, fluconazole, itraconazole, miconazole, iconazole, and clotramazoles, these all are from the azoles category. And amongst the azoles category, the three drugs, ketoconazole, fluconazole, and itraconazoles, are used in the systemic fungal infections, while miconazole, iconazole, and clotramazoles are generally used for the superficial or topical fungal infections. So here we can say which one of the following drug used in the treatment of systemic or subcutaneous fungal infections. So you should know the three drugs from the azoles category: ketoconazole, fluconazole, and itraconazoles. The red drug griseofulvin is discontinued in the United States due to some adverse effect. Let us discuss the drug one by one. Systemic, the drugs which are used in the treatment of systemic fungal infections. So we can say systemic antifungal drugs. First one is amphotericin B. How it acts? Mechanism of action: it acts by binding to the ergosterol in fungal cell membrane. Remember, ergosterol in fungal cell membrane, leading to alterations in the cell permeability and cell death. So amphotericin B is responsible for the leakage of the cell membrane component and thereby inhibit the growth of fungal cell. Indications: Amphotericin B is a drug of choice for systemic mycotic infections, or we can say systemic fungal infections, and it is generally given by intravenous route. This amphotericin B binds to the cholesterol. So answer is no, because the mechanism of action is it binds to the ergosterol in fungal cell membrane. So it does not affect the cholesterol. Does the amphotericin enters the CNS? The answer is no. So we can say amphotericin B is not used in the meningitis, which involves the fungal infections. Side effects include renal impairment, which affects the GFR rate, hypotension, fever, chills, and the diarrhea. Contraindications: contraindicated in the documented hypersensitivity patients. An antifungal spectrum, amphotericin B, effective against the Candida species, Candida albicans, Histosplasma capsulatum, Cryptococcus neoformans, Blastomyces, Dermatitis, and Aspergillus species. So we can say amphotericin B covers the broad spectrum of antifungal activity. Flucytosine, it acts by the competitive inhibition of purine and pyrimidine uptake. Flucytosine, it is resembles like the 5-fluorouracil, which is generally having the anti-cancer activity, but the flucytosine does not having anti-cancer activity. It is a competitive inhibition of the purine and pyrimidine uptake in the fungal cells. Indications: it is used in the candidiasis infection, cryptococcus infections, and available as oral formulations. Adverse effect includes reversible bone marrow suppression. Reversible bone marrow suppression means once the therapy is stopped, it will reversible. Thrombocytopenia, hepatitis, and elevated liver enzyme. Contraindications: hypersensitivity. Cautions: bone marrow depression, the patient which is already having the bone marrow depression, renal impairment, and blood dyscrasiasis. Flucytosine, effective against the Candida albicans species, Cryptococcus species, and Aspergillus species. Ketoconazoles, from the categories of the azoles. Mechanism of action, it inhibits the, now remember, all azoles having the same mechanism of actions. So ketoconazole, which is used in the treatment of the systemic fungal infections, inhibits cytochrome P450 dependent synthesis of ergosterol, which in turn inhibits the cell membrane formation. Indications: it is used in the systemic fungal infections, available as oral formulations. Side effects: gynecomastia and decrease the libido due to inhibition of testosterone and cortisol synthesis, and GI distress, including nausea and vomiting. Contraindications: hypersensitivity and the person or patient with hepatic dysfunctions. Cautions: antacid impairs the absorption. Remember here, because the ketoconazole is the drug which needs acid environment for the dissolution and the absorption of the drug. So if there is a question, which one of the following drug does not able to dissolve and absorb if there is increase in the pH of GIT? So answer should be ketoconazole. Ketoconazole needs the acidic environment to increase the dissolution and the absorption. If the patient is taking antacid simultaneously, antacid may be ranitidine, cimetidine, or proton pump inhibitor, omeprazole, rabeprazole, pantoprazole, or oral antacids including hydroxide molecules. So this drug increases the pH of the GI tract, and when the pH is increased, so the acid environment is not able to maintain, and ketoconazole is not able to dissolve and absorb properly, leading to failure of therapy. So concomitantly, ketoconazole and antacid administration should be avoided. Antifungal spectrum include blastomycosis, coccidioidomycosis, histoplasmosis, chromomycosis, and paracoccidioidomycosis. Fluconazole, which is another azole derivative used in the systemic fungal infections, inhibits the cytochrome P450 dependent synthesis of ergosterol, which is the most important component for the cell membrane, and therefore this inhibits the cell membrane formation in the fungus. Indications: fluconazole used in the oropharyngeal candidiasis, esophageal candidiasis, cryptococcal meningitis, because it is available intravenous and enters the cerebrospinal fluid. Prophylaxis of candidiasis with the bone marrow patients, and it is also used in the vaginal candidiasis. Fluconazole available as oral and intravenous preparations. If the vaginal candidiasis is non-complicated, just one dose is required, 150 milligram once. And if there is a complicated vaginal candidiasis, then 3 doses are required, 150 milligram apart the distance after 72 hours. 3 doses every after 72 hours of 150 milligram of oral fluconazole tablet. And if there is a recurrent vaginal candidiasis, then there is 16 days therapy is required daily. Side effects includes GI distress, nausea, vomiting, headache, and rash. Contraindications: hypersensitivity and in the pregnancy. What is the advantage of the fluconazole over the ketoconazole? Ketoconazole does not enter the CSF, so it is not used in the management of the cryptococcal meningitis. But fluconazole enters the cerebrospinal fluid and used in the management of the cryptococcal meningitis, and it does not depend on the acidic pH for the absorption. So person who are on antacid therapy can use the fluconazole. Itraconazole, same mechanism of action, inhibit the cytochrome P450 dependent synthesis of ergosterol, which in turn inhibit the cell membrane formation. Indications: blastomycosis, aspergillosis, histoplasmosis, onychomycosis, and candidiasis, which is available as oral formulations. Side effect: GI distress, nausea, vomiting, headache, and the rash. Contraindications include hypersensitivity and congestive heart failure. Now we will discuss about the superficial antifungal drugs, or we can say topical antifungal drugs. Nystatin, which is a polyene antibiotic, acts by binding to the ergosterol in fungal cell membrane, leading to alteration, cell permeability, and cell death. The mechanism of action is same as amphotericin B. So amphotericin B and nystatin both are polyene antifungal antibiotic, but amphotericin B is used for systemic fungal infection and nystatin is used for topical or superficial fungal infections. Indications: oropharyngeal candidiasis, intestinal candidiasis, available as oral tablets, mucocutaneous infections, and vaginal infections, available as topical creams or ointments. Side effect includes GI distress, headache, and dermatitis, and contraindications: hypersensitivity to the drug. Next drugs: miconazole, iconazole, and clotramazoles. All azoles act by the same mechanism of action, inhibit the cytochrome P450 dependent synthesis of ergosterol, which in turn inhibit the cell membrane formation. What is the indications? Miconazoles are used for the oropharyngeal candidiasis, available as oral formulations. In the tinea infections, miconazole available as topical cream and ointments. Iconazoles also used for the tinea fungal infection, available as topical cream and ointments. Clotrimazole available as oral formulations in oropharyngeal candidiasis, cutaneous candidiasis, and vaginal candidiasis as a topical formulations. Side effects includes GI distress, headache, and rash, and contraindication is hypersensitivity to the drug. Now we will discuss about the anti-protozoal drugs. Protozoal infections, which is generally protozoa, it is the unicellular organism that live parasitic existence. And which are the protozoal infections? Malaria, amoebiasis, toxoplasmosis, leishmaniasis, and trypanosomiasis. Among these protozoal infections, two protozoal infections, malaria and amoebiasis, we studied in the digestive system block. And for your further or additional reading, you can use my lecture available on the YouTube. The link is given. Now we will discuss the protozoal infections of the toxoplasmosis, leishmaniasis, and trypanosomiasis. What is toxoplasmosis? What organisms causes toxoplasmosis? Toxoplasma gondii. How it is transmitted to the human? Ingestion of raw or undercooked infected meat, shedding of infectious oocytes by cats or transplacentally. And what is the treatment of choice? Pyrimethamine, in combination with the sulfadiazine is a treatment of choice for the toxoplasmosis. Pyrimethamine. Pyrimethamine, it is the folic acid antagonist. And folic acid antagonist in the parasites, and folic acid is an essential component for the growth of parasite. Indications, it is used in the toxoplasmosis and available in the oral formulations. Side effect includes GI distress, leukopenia, pancytopenia, thrombocytopenia, and the neutropenia. Contraindications, hypersensitivity and patient which is having megaloblastic or folate deficiency anemia. Because folic acid antagonist, there may be the chances of the folic acid deficiency which may lead to megaloblastic or folate deficiency anemia. So for the precaution purpose, use folinic acid or leucovorin should be administered with the therapy of pyrimethamine to avoid the megaloblastic or folate deficiency anemia. Sulfadiazine, mechanism of action, it is a competitive antagonism with PABA, para-amino benzoic acid. And as we know that the para-amino benzoic acid, PABA, synthesis process involves the folic acid, and we can say indirectly it inhibits the synthesis of folic acid, and which may lead to folate deficiency anemia. Para-amino benzoic acid is required for the synthesis of the purine derivatives and the folic acid. Inhibition of the para-amino benzoic acid, the synthesis of folic acid is affected, and thereby the growth of parasite is inhibited. Indications, it is used in the toxoplasmosis, available as oral formulations. Side effect includes GI distress, aplastic anemia, thrombocytopenia, and hemolytic anemia. Contraindications, hypersensitivity, megaloblastic or folate deficiency anemia, and patient with glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. As we know that sulfadiazine is a sulfur drug, and generally sulfonamide interfere with the we can say sulfadiazine in patient with glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency leads to hemolytic anemia. Cautions, folinic acid, leucovorin should be administered to avoid the folate deficiency anemia or megaloblastic anemia. Plus, drink near about 250 ml of water with each dose, and frequently throughout the day while taking sulfadiazine, because drinking the sufficient amount of water with the sulfadiazine decreases the adverse effect. Leishmaniasis, another protozoal infection. Which organism is responsible for the leishmaniasis? Leishmania. Vector of transmission, infected sand flies. Which is the treatment of choice for both mucocutaneous and visceral leishmaniasis? Sodium stibogluconate, which is available as a parenteral form, because the sodium stibogluconate not absorbed orally. Which are the alternative medications? Pentamidine, which are used in the visceral leishmaniasis. Metronidazole, used in the cutaneous lesions, and amphotericin B in the mucocutaneous leishmaniasis. Let us see the drug one by one. Sodium stibogluconate. Mechanism of action: reduction in the fructose diphosphate and inhibition of the glycolysis in the parasite of the leishmania. Adverse effects include pain and thrombosis on intravenous administration. Intramuscular injection also painful, GI distress, and cardiac arrhythmia. Contraindication: the person or patient with significant renal impairment and the breastfeeding women. Next infection is trypanosomiasis. Which organism cause trypanosomiasis? Trypanosoma cruzi, which is also called American sleeping sickness. The another term for the American sleeping sickness is Chagas disease. And T. brucei, which is African sleeping sickness. What drugs are used to treat trypanosomiasis? There are 4 drugs: melarsoprol, pentamidine, nifortimox, and suramin. Let us see the drug. Melarsoprol is a drug of choice. If there is a question, which one of the following is a drug of choice in the management of African trypanosomiasis, sleeping sickness with CNS involvement, your answer should be melarsoprol. It is available as intravenous and oral preparations. Mechanism of action: melarsoprol inhibits synthesis of ATP, the energy required for survival of the parasite. And we know that the ATP is the source of energy for the parasite. Side effect: encephalopathy and GI distress. Contraindications: hypersensitivity and the patient with glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, because melarsoprol is interfere with the person with glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency and may leads to hemolytic anemia. Pentamidine. Pentamidine is a drug of choice for what? It is a drug of choice for the hemolymphatic stage of African trypanosomiasis, which is called sleeping sickness, but not effective at CNS stage. So pentamidine is effective at hemolymphatic stage of African trypanosomiasis. Route of administration: it is available as intramuscular and aerosols. Intravenous administration may lead to hypotension or tachycardia and therefore avoided. Mechanism of action: inhibit the synthesis of DNA, RNA, phospholipids, protein by inhibiting oxidative phosphorylation. Side effects: after intramuscular administration, increase serum creatinine, intramuscular site reactions, leukopenia, and if administered with the nebulizer, there may be the cough, wheezing, fever, decreased appetite, bronchospasm, and fatigue. Contraindications: hypersensitivity, hypotension, QT prolongation, pancreatitis, and nephrotoxicity. Nephrotimox, drug of choice for Chagas disease. If there is a question, which one of the following is a drug of choice for the American sleeping sickness, Chagas disease, your answer should be Nephrotimox, which is available as oral formulations. Mechanism of action, it may react with the nucleic acids of the parasite and inhibits trypanothione reductase, which is a parasite-specific antioxidant defense enzyme. Side effect includes headache, decreased appetite, and GI distress. Contraindications, hypersensitivity, alcohol consumption during treatment should be avoided because it is reported that alcohol and Nephrotimox concurrent administration increases the adverse reactions. Suramine is a drug of choice for prophylaxis and treatment of African sleeping sickness, and it is given by intravenous route. Mechanism of action, it inhibits the enzyme involved in energy metabolism. Side effects, urticaria, paresthesia, peripheral neuropathy, polyuria, polydipsia, pancytopenia, shock, and GI distress. Contraindications, hypersensitivity, and cautions, avoid use in renal or hepatic impairment persons. These are the references for further reading. Thank you very much. Any questions?